All right, Bracket Howard, Bracket Howard Shy, how like how about Howard Shy, about how Kakadash, Devon to the elder, Pastor Great Milton Rule, and their salutations to the oxen that puts in the truth across the four corners of the earth, to the freedom party, how about how try to go well let, and who the world interly called God named Howard, and who the world interly called Jesus Christ named Howard Shy. Whether he's Israelite that consists of the so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native American Indian, and those in line descendants go back to one of the 12 tribes of Israel due to the gathering amongst the nations across the four corners of the earth. All right, Mahari Call from the Great Millstone, Los Angeles camp, back when the legends, up and now Rastadar, Lord willing, be edifying to the fear and power of Yahweh by Hashim, Yahweh Shai, by Shem, Yahweh Kakadash, the Holy Spirit. All right. So it's started on Instagram. And I decided to do a video on it because it's so true. All right. You gotta learn how to rule your spirits. All right. Control your emotions. All right. Because, like we always stay out here in the West. All right. Starting with the elder brothers, the two head bros, once that brought. Put your best foot forward. Make your next step be your best step. All right. You gotta be prudent out here. You gotta be wise. This guy explained how a 5-minute decision cost him 10 years of his life. See that? Because, especially being here in Babylon, all right, the great America, Jake, we're not taught to control ourselves, to control our emotions. All right. A lot of you, Jake, was raised by your mama. All right. Don't know how to walk away from this situation. Don't know how to talk your way out of a situation. All right. So you're so quick to be impulsive on your emotions and not being logical. All right. Not having come to a reason. All right. Thinking first before you act. All right. But y'all react first without even thinking. Okay, so let's go. The guys are playing how a 5-minute decision cost him 10 years of his life. All right, I'm gonna zoom in. 5 minutes cost me 10 years plus of my life because I made a permanent decision of a temporary emotion. Right, you use it to control your emotions because your emotions that come and go. All right. You're not going to be happy 100% of the time. You're not going to be sad 100% of the time. You're not going to be angry 100% of the time. All right? So that's why you have to think first. All right? Because your emotion might be one way, but when you think, all right, now you can replace that emotion that can cause you to react. All right? So you don't want to regret the decision of reacting first without thinking. All right, so when you think first, then your emotions can change, and then you can make a better decision moving forward. All right. 1 minute thought of being disrespected. He thought he didn't. He wasn't for certain. He wasn't 100% sure. He thought he was disrespected. 3-minute brawl in club. 1 minute shooting. See that? He could have just been a bigger person. All right, and just walk away from this situation. He should just let it roll, let it slide. And I don't mean that you're a punk. Doesn't mean you're a bitch. It doesn't mean you're weak. It's called being wise. All right, thinking first before reacting. Okay, it's Proverbs 25:28. He that hath no rule over his own spirit It's like a city that is broken down and without wall. It's being NLT. A person without self-control. That's what it was. He didn't have no self-control because he thought he was being disrespected. He wasn't 100% sure. And if he did got disrespected, he should have just let it run. Or should have just asked, "Hey, did you disrespect me? Hey, I didn't like how you disrespect me. You know, talk it out. Be a man." That's, you know, it's that a person without self control is like a city with broken down wall, right? Because that wall is likened to you having control over your mind, over your spirit, over your emotions. All right, but if the city don't have it, it's a defense mechanism. All right, your self control is a defense mechanism for you to react the wrong way. All right, because like a city without a wall, anything can happen. All right, people just roll up in there, do whatever. All right, so let's go to this. Rule. All right, my eye tadar or my tadar, my tadar restraint and control. Okay, so this is about restraint and control. Out of my line, restraint. That's what's wrong with a lot of trades. They don't have no restraint. All right. And now, action of holding back that which restrain a check, hindering. All right, you're hindering yourself from acting emotionally to do something that you may have done differently if you were just to think first. All right. It is. Go back to the word retain. To stop, prevent, curb. A bite, purpose, desire. All right. Keep someone or something from a course of action. Hint, keep in check or under control. Deprive someone of liberty by restraint. Right. Cause yeah, you might think you have the liberty to just put a hand on somebody or shoot somebody, but when you restrain yourself or control yourself from doing that, that's what it is. Now you have self-control. You're not letting your emotions control your action. All right, so you got to be logical. Let's get the word logical. Of course, to go back to the word logic. All right, adjective based on reason, according to the principle of logic. All right, from logic and al, which make up the word logical, meaning pertaining to logic. All right, let's go to logic. Branch of philosophy that treat a form of thinking. All right. You're using your mind to think, analyzing, okay, how can I go about the situation? All right. All right, this is Proverbs 15:32. He that is slow to anger is better than that the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city. All right. T is the better to be patient than powerful. Right. It's not about being the biggest, baddest. Oh, I'm strong. I'm buff. No, because that person that's big and strong and buff ain't got no self control. then when you're patient, you have self-control. All right, that's crazy because I was talking to my coworker earlier, and we were talking about another coworker, and she was saying you have a lot of patience because like I be letting shit roll off the back of my, having thick skin and letting the shit roll off the back. All right, and she was like, you have a lot of patience. I was like, yeah, because that's you need patience to self control. I was telling her, I know myself. I know how I can get. I be wanting to choke. You know, you gotta know yourself. So I be wanting to, do damage. But at the end of the day, when you think about it, like, is it really necessary to do that? No. So I just ignore that person or what they do, and project that patience. All right. It's that better to be patient than powerful. Better to have self control than to conquer a city. See that? Better to have self control than to conquer a city. All right. The he that is slow to anger. All right. Let's see. Look at the word slow. Is I rot. Actually, that's I rock. All right, because that Assyrian at the end, it's a K-A at the end of the word. It's a different character than if this was somewhere else. All right, so it's I rock. I rock. All right, patience, slow to anger. All right, but thing, stubborn. All right, basically you taking the high road. All right, and don't worry about how it's being perceived as being weak or a punk or no, you're being wise. All right, 'cause we just read it. It's that again. It's the he that is slow to anger is better than the mighty. All right. So yeah, this mighty buck ass person may seem like he better than you, but the scripture say otherwise. It's that you're better than that mighty person if you are slow to anger. Okay. All right. Let's go back. A little more precept. Right. It's Proverbs 15 and 48. It's like 18. Wrathful man stir up strife, and that's what he did. All right, this guy he was wrathful and he stirred up strife because he thought he was being disrespected. And look, he called the fight, which was 30 minutes, and then he pulled out a gun to shoot that person, which was 1 minute. All right, it said a wrathful man stirs up strife, but he that is slow to anger appeases the strife. All right, he was better off than letting that shit slide. Now look at him, in jail 10 plus years. All right, Proverbs 19:11. The discretion of a man defers his anger, and it is his glory to pass over transgression. All right, let's see. Let's see, James 1 and 19. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear. Because he thought, right? If he would have just listened, all right, slow to speak and slow to wrath. All right, I know there's more on that. All right, for the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of Yahweh. All right. Go back to Proverbs 14:29. He that is slow to wrath is of great understanding. Right, because now you're starting to put things in perspective. Okay, is it really necessary for me to pop off? Think about it. Nah. Now you starting to have a great understanding of whether to react emotionally or react with some common sense and be wise. Okay? But he that is happy of spirit exalted follies. And that's what that guy did. Now look at him. He's in jail for 10 plus years. Now let's get back to Proverbs 19:11, because I want to get into that word. It said, the discretion of a man defers his anger, and is like it is his glory to pass over transgression. All right, let's get over this word, the discretion. Hebrew word is shakal. All right, prudent. See, prudent, another word for wise, being wise, applying wisdom. All right, this is another word, prudent. Ability to govern and discipline oneself by the use of reason. So it all go back to using your brain, analyze, be logical about the situation, the event, and then you can go from there. Because the word govern means control. All right, the ability to control and discipline oneself by the use of reason. All right, the quality of being prudent, consciousness. All right, prudent wisdom, like I said. So now you're being conscious. Okay, which means warning. Okay, like they like get on the freeway. Now you gotta apply conscious. All right, to slow down before you merge into the lane. They and when you out and about interacting with people that might, like this guy said, I thought I was being disrespected. All right, the pride and having an ego can get you in the fuck up situation. You don't have self control and discipline. All right. The insight, understanding, prudent. Okay, cunning, discretion. All right. I got another description about being prudent. All right. Yeah, that was it on that, right? Oh, the first, his anger is a rock, same word. All right, the first with the same word for slow to anger. Whatever the other scripture we have read. All right, it was the same word for this one, right? Yeah, he that's slow to anger. All right, yeah, same word. Slow and defer is the same Hebrew word. All right. Gosh, man. Oh shit, being prudent. All right. Proverbs 12:15. A fool wrath is presently known, but a prudent man covereth shame. Right, cause he's not gonna uh uh put himself out there to where now he's ashamed. Why? Because he avoided that shame by being prudent, which means to be wise, applying wisdom. Okay. Proverbs 13:15. Every prudent man dealeth with knowledge, but a fool lays open his follies. All right. Proverbs 14:8, the wisdom of the prudent is to understand his ways. Right. If you know your ways, you're being wise, because wise, now you're able to sit down and think and analyze. But the follies of fool is deceit. Okay? Proverbs 14:15, the simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well through his going, because he gotta search out, all right, his options. Okay? Proverbs 15:21, the wise in heart, right, in their mind, shall be called prudent, and the sweetness of the lip increases learning. Okay, that's another. It can go on and on and on and on. All right. It's Proverbs 27:12. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. And you can apply that to this situation. Okay. If he would have examined the full scope of the situation, okay, if I fight this person, either he gonna pull out a gun or I'm gonna pull out my gun. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. Now you're applying wisdom to avoid all that. All right. It's the 20-year prison bid, 524 DOT parole. Missed my son's birth and 10th birthday. So now his son is 10-year-old. Missed my daughter's birthday from 6 to 15. $15,000 legal costs. And you know he ain't had the money for that. So somebody had to pick up the tab for that, whether it be his girlfriend, wife, or his parent, or somebody. Okay, one emotional decision that took 5 minutes to execute took almost 10 years away from me and my kids. Remember, I'm gonna read it again. One emotional decision took 5 minutes to execute took almost 10 years away from me and my kids. Be careful when making decisions and emotions. The trade-off is really worth it. So now you got all that time in prison to think about this shit, and you know he's thinking about this shit every single day. He's replaying the situation, going over and over and over, like, damn, I could have did this. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, now it's too late. All right? You should have thought about that before you got yourself into the fight and pulling out the gun. All right? So hopefully this was, edifying and admonishment. All right? To rule your spirit. Apply wisdom into all your situation and dealing. All right? The scripture says, blessed to the peacemaker. All right? And us being this, if we know being the truth, we should apply that first and foremost. Yeah, you might get rally up, you might say some words and stuff like that, but let somebody put their hands on you, then you have the right to defend yourself. All right? They really try to, yeah. But other than that, blessed to the peacemaker. So with that, shalom.